And we're back. Breaking. Mass stabbing in London, and the media is ignoring it. Completely different attack. Same city, but different area anyway. So what's that? Less than 10 hours from the first attack, another attack. Not only is this a daily occurrence, but it seems to be a quarterly of the day occurrence. A mass stabbing has just occurred in London's Oval Station. Mass stabbing reported in London's Oval Station, anti-terror on scene. Couple more pictures here. Apparently breaking news. Reports of a stabbing and was walking through. Cops everywhere. Police tape. Stay away. Multiculturalism. Perhaps the worst idea in Western civilization. Look who Trump is hosting at the White House right now. President Trump is hosting the President of Panama at the White House in a pledge of cooperation between the two leaders. The Washington Times reported President Trump welcomed Panamanian President Juan Carlos Varela to the White House on Monday, with the two leaders pledging cooperation and making no mention publicly of a former Panamanian president facing extradition in Florida on corruption charges. During their Oval Office meeting, Mr. Trump praised Mr. Varela for a very strong relationship with the United States and reminded him that the U.S. built the Panama Canal. And people often say America was never great. Well, that's total BS because she still is great, but she was much greater during the Industrial Revolution when we built all our products. Panama Canal is doing quite well, Mr. Trump said. I think we did a good job at building it, right? That is so Donald Trump. They are expected to discuss organized crime, drug trafficking, and illegal migration during their meeting, as well as political unrest and violence in Venezuela. During their brief discussion in front of reporters, the leaders made no mention of former Panamanian President Ricardo, who was arrested in Coral Gables, Florida last week. The U.S. acted on an extradition warrant from Panama, where Mr. Ricardo is wanted on political espionage and corruption charges. Panama's government had requested that Mr. Ricardo's extradition last September on the charges stemming from his presidential term that ended in 2014. Mr. Ricardo presided over the opening of Mr. Trump's hotel in Panama City, Panama, while serving as the country's president in 2011, at which time the two men referred to each other as friends. More from Trump and the personal relations. Very important. The numbers just came in for Megyn Kelly. Not looking good, folks. And I think, like I had said before, Alex Jones, the career killer, the tip of the spear of the information war, I think has destroyed Megyn Kelly as well. The ratings for Megyn Kelly's interview with Alex Jones have come in and they are dismal. Money.cnn.com reported, Megyn Kelly's much talked about interview with Alex Jones got plenty of attention for Kelly and NBC, both good and bad, but not many viewers. Kelly sits down with Jones, a controversial conspiracy theorist, radio host, and founder of the website InfoWars, brought in an average of 3.5 million viewers Sunday night. That's the fewest viewers that Kelly's weekly news magazine telecast, Sunday Night with Megyn Kelly, has drawn since its debut 3 weeks ago. From what I understand, the Hodge brothers, who fund MSNBC along with other things, are actually looking at Megyn Kelly's immediate dismissal, but we'll have to see how true that is. The show also trailed a rerun episode of CBS 60 Minutes, which brought in 5.3 million viewers among 18 to 49-year-olds, the demographic most prized by advertisers. A repeat of America's Funniest Home Videos beat both Kelly and 60 Minutes. And obviously, if a show as stupid as this can beat Megyn Kelly and 60 Minutes, I mean, that means one of two things, or perhaps both. The stupidity of the public is tremendous, and my idea of them having an attention span of a goldfish would be true, or the other theory, which is becoming quite clear, is that the MSM, the dinosaur media, the legacy media, is in a certain destruction and a downward spiral decline. I will say one thing though. I never anticipated, by watching Alex Jones back maybe 10 years ago, I never anticipated that he would be leading the forefront against the Democrats in 2017, play a vital role in putting Trump in the White House, and just what he was been able to do without corporation money is impressive. Sunday Night has seen a steady decline in its viewership since Kelly's debut episode, which was set around an exclusive interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin. That episode drew an average of 6.1 million viewers, though the interview ultimately didn't draw many viewers. In the weeks before it aired, it did quite a bit of media attention and a fair bit of criticism. Multiple advertisers pulled out of Kelly's interview with Jones over his promotion of unfounded conspiracy theories, including one that the Sandy Hook massacre was a hoax made up in order to push new gun control measures. Well, I don't think that's a conspiracy theory, because that's exactly what they did after the incident, if any of us remember. Family members of some of those killed in the massacre sent NBC a letter through lawyers asking the network not to run the interview. Now, getting back to this Sandy Hook shooting, whether it was a hoax or not is irrelevant to the fact that the MSM specifically said that there was no attempt to pass legislation through Congress or through any body of power to push gun control. But of course, Alex Jones was right again. Within hours of the shooting, a We the People user started a petition asking the White House to immediately address the issue of gun control through the induction of legislation in Congress, and the gun control advocacy group, the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence, reported that an avalanche of donation caused its website to crash. That afternoon, President Barack Obama made a televised statement offering condolences on behalf of the nation to Connecticut Governor Dan O'Malley and saying, "We're going to have to come together and take meaningful action to prevent more tragedies like this, regardless of the politics." Speaking at a December 16th memorial service in Newtown, Obama said he would use whatever power this office holds to prevent similar tragedies. By December 17th, the White House petition had more than 150,000 signatures, and 1 week after the shooting, it had almost 200,000, along with those on 30 similar petitions. So there you have it. The MSM lying once again, Alex Jones right once again. The tip of the spear.
And it's time for humanity to stand up in the info war and say, I don't know what's going to happen at the end of this, but you want to fight, you better believe you got one!
From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones.